Hello, my name is Bijendra Shah, and I would like to present my PowerPoint for my comprehensive learning assessment 2. So I shall begin. So the first question I would like to address is my position upon nature versus nurture. Uh, so nature versus nurture. So nurture are basically all the qualities we inherit through genes, all our physical features, the skin color, our hair color, our height, our taste, basically everything that is determined genetically. So the physical personality traits determined by our genes stay the same irrespective of where you are born and raised. So this is a unchangeable factor. Now this is nurture. So nurture means all the factors outside in the environment which the person experiences. So basically the experiences a person goes through. Nurture um, refers to your childhood and how you were brought up. So these are all external factors. So my personal position on nature versus nurture is I would like to stand with nurture, because we cannot control the factors which determine genetics and nature, but nurture can be altered. Where you are brought up, how you are brought up, that are all uh, those can be controlled in circumstances. So my position on traditional gender roles, which is all the same question, is that traditional gender roles are somewhat influenced by nature. This is because women are. This is because women used to rear child, and men were the hunters. So in prehistoric times, men went out to hunt and females looked after children. So that was the natural roles associated with men and women. So women are given domestic roles, and the most important is known as childbirth in traditional roles. The males are seen as the earners of the family, and this is related to nature, sorry. And so I disagree with the traditional gender roles, and I prefer the modern roles which are more equally distributed to men and women both. So I would like to address my second question, that should world problems affect family size. So world problems such as overpopulation, poverty, should they affect the size of your family, and uh, what's should that set the limit for your family size? So the social factors affecting family life are uh, increase in economic status of family, the influence of global culture of people. Factors like taboo and superstition have also been decreased in family, and education has also brought the change in family structure. So these are all the factors which affect in family structure, as you can see. So uh, the social differences between uh, us and our grandparents when we were at the same age. So first of all, the economic condition of the generation of our generation and that of our grandparents generation is extremely different. We are well off in terms of economically we are much better off. So due to globalization, the families are smaller in size. Unlike our grandparents, in their times, people used to live in joint families, in large families, and now we have nuclear families due to influence of globalization. Factors like education and Western influence has changed the social customs of families, and we do not practice the same customs like our grandparents did at our age. So they were way more religious, and we are less inclined to traditional customs. So sorry, I had done a mistake. The question for this topic was that uh, what are the what are the factors that affect family size, and how is the families and how do social factors affect family size, and how are they different from your grandparents time to your. So so are these differences which are brought upon by social factors good or bad for us? The fact that we are economically sound than our grandparents times is good and keeps the family sustainable and good. So the factors like globalization has decreased family size from our grandparents time. So again, globalization uh, has people living in more nuclear families as due to its influence. So because it is also more sustainable. So that was the previous question. Now the should world problems like overpopulation and poverty affect our family size? How we determine how how we address our family, and how does it affect our family? So there is evidence for overpopulation in many parts of the world. There are many problems that are caused by it. So having a small family size will be more sustainable. So there are many problems in the world, and having a small family size will help. Factors like overpopulation and poverty are important because the earth has only limited amount of resources. So having a small family is acknowledging this fact and saving resources so other poor people are not affected as much. So family size, the other question part of the other part of this question was, should the government determine the family size? So I believe the decision of determining size of the family should solely be taken by the family. The government should not be involved whatsoever in this matter, because in a free and democratic country like ours, how can the government determine such a private matter inside the family? Therefore, the government should not interfere in private decision making of a family. So this is a very private decision a family has to make. So the government should not be involved. So the other question is, how has religion shaped you, and how growing up, and how has it affected your adulthood, and how are the roles of religion changing due to the advancement of technology? So the role of religion while I grew up in my life was, religion has shaped how I interact in the society with people and my world perception. Religion has directly affected my values and ethics. Religion, while growing up, provided certain guidelines for behavior, like what you can do and what you can't do. So restrictions, sin, and all these values and beliefs which are fed inside of us growing up, these all affected me. So effect of religion in shaping adulthood. Religion has shaped my worldview and how I see things in the society. It provides moral guidelines which was taught to me growing up, and I follow them. So even till adulthood, there is a certain number of beliefs and values and guidelines which I do follow. The change of role of religion in postmodern society. So religion before provided a worldview to people, because people were not so scientifically advanced. However, due to globalization, education, and advancement of science and technology, people do not believe everything in their religion. They do not believe it 100% real. but only